Welcome back again. So, since the last video of Super Hexagon that I played, I have been doing a little bit better. It is something that, with a little bit of practice, you tend to get a little bit better with the patterns and kind of getting used to playing the game itself. So generally, the times get a little better. So if you looked at like my previous video, I'm sure the time differences are pretty massive. Like on Hexagon level, which is the easiest, though they still call it hard because it is still moderately difficult. I am at 63 seconds. 60 seconds is what you need to make it to in order to unlock the new level. Then you get Hexagoner, which is harderer, and that is 24 seconds, which is still quite a bit better than my previous as well. And I'm still doing pretty terrible on Hexagonist. It pretty much you start and you lose. Seems to be the case pretty much. And then Hexagon level, which is the hardest-er, which really isn't a word, but we'll give them that. And currently that is on hyper mode. And basically what this is a super fast version of Hexagon. So basically this is hyper mode, which is just extremely quick. So we're just going to do Hexagon again. We're just going to do some playthroughs again. You'll probably see me play quite a few since these only usually last a very short time. And so as I said, you get a little bit more used to these as you play through. So it may seem difficult, but as you play through a little bit, it seems to get a little bit better. But I can say it definitely is kind of enjoyable. It's very fast. Everything switches a little bit. It's a good means of just killing a little bit of time. Square kind of gets me sometimes. So we'll go again. Because when I first started playing the game, on average, I may hit 15-20 seconds at most. But now I can average pretty well depending on what they throw against you. So, cleared that, cleared that, cleared that. Yeah, I should have kept going. 47 seconds. So we're going to see if we can beat that 63 seconds on there. Usually as soon as I break the 60-second barrier, it's going to break into hyper mode, which is kind of crazy. Oh, square. Not a big fan of it. 40 seconds. Okay, let's try again. That way, like this way. Oh, why? I can tell you though, usually getting better at this game, it does add a little bit of frustration sometimes, because a lot of times when you're first practicing, you tend to miss it just by a little bit each time, and it can be annoying at times, especially after you've done it 15, 20, 30 times in a row. Why did I do that? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to So I guess if you watch the previous video, or if you go back to it, you'll see what hexagoner is. Well, we can just go through each of them. So, a little bit different coloring. And as you can see, the board does play a little bit differently too. That's why I said sometimes getting used to one will help you in one, but not. They're definitely a little bit different. I hate when it does that so much. I'll try it one more time. Okay, it's 19 seconds. I'm getting close to my last record. And again, hexagonist, it's definitely a whole different beast in itself. Though, preferably better than 2 seconds would be ideal. So as soon as I see an opening half the time, I can't get to it in time, so... Like, I try to get to that opening, just not fast enough. Half of that was locked by itself. Try again. I seen that opening, I just went the wrong way. Yeah, so that's one of those levels that are kind of frustrating at times because, again, you could play and lose and lose and lose and lose, and then you get really tired of that chick, and then lose, you lose, you lose, you lose, and yeah. So, hyper mode. So this is a new one that I unlocked. This is what hexagon becomes once you break 60 seconds. And this is why I made it only to like 63 seconds. Because as you can see, it uses a lot of the same patterns as the early one. The only difference is it's much faster. So like in the first one you can at least react to things. With this you can't very well. Well, I did break a record at least. And the fact that it spins really, really quick. That is a big deal too. Yeah, so one thing I have realized though, after playing like Hexagon on hyper mode, or Hexagonist, I tend to do a little bit better on Hexagon again because I get so used to the very, very fast speed. Like right now, this seems so slow. Like it's almost like a crawl. And I think that's actually what probably helped improve my score more than anything, was just playing the very, very fast mode and trying to do well at that. Apparently that's not a good example of said thing, but I can honestly tell you too, it's not the easiest recording when playing this one because you're trying to focus on this, whereas you're also trying to sort of entertain as best as you can. Sometimes not the easiest at times. As I said, a lot of my records I usually get are usually due to the fact that I just came off of a difficult mode and then start trying to play an easier one. It just seems like a piece of cake at that point.
It always gets me on Hexagon.
Well, this may be a slightly shorter video, but I do hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is a pretty fun game if you're into this kind of playstyle. You'll probably kind of understand if this is your kind of game at all. It does look difficult at first, but as you play through it a little bit and you start getting used to it a little bit more and kind of getting through the different patterns, it definitely gets a little bit better over time. It can be kind of addicting if this is your kind of game. And for the most part, I think I bought it for like $3, so it's not too expensive, but I think it might have been on sale at the time. I don't remember. But yeah, if you check Steam, they should have it on there if you do like this kind of game. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the videos, definitely make sure to subscribe and like the comments below. And thank you for watching Rundlii Gaming, and you have a good day.